I'm Devin Rich with the Troop B DWI Task Force based out of Fayetteville. Lieutenant Grady was directly over us, and we took that as an honor, as he was the best supervisor that we ever had. He took care of us, he watched over us, and made sure that we were safe at all times. I couldn't ask for any better person, any better supervisor, and he was a dear friend. I was honored to be picked to have his vehicle when they reissued it. I've taken care of this car just like it was my personal car. Today's its last day on the highway patrol, as it will be taken up today as its mileage out. It has been a true honor to finish out this car's career on the highway patrol. We love y'all. We miss Grady. Anything you ever need.
This is for Lieutenant Pookie Ira Grady. You made coming to work fun. You were an inspirational person. You were the head of our C6 Mafia, and everybody that's in the C6 Mafia knows exactly who I'm talking about. You're greatly missed. I think about you often. The crew that you had around you, we all loved you and we worked hard for you because of the person that you were, and it was a pleasure.
The thing I can say about Ira Grady is that he was my friend. We've known each other for a long time. And when we were troopers together, I used to see him on I-40, and we would pass in passing and at in-service class and all. And then we kind of separated. He went to the mansion, and I was riding motorcycles all over the state. But then eventually we kind of came back, and I actually became his supervisor. I was his lieutenant when he was a first sergeant in Johnston County, and I dealt with him a lot. And we were friends before, and we had to learn I had to learn how to be his supervisor, but yet he was still my friend. And I knew that I could always trust him to care for his people under his command. He's totally a people person, and so I knew that he was a good guy, one that I could absolutely trust. We had a bond and a friendship. He never let me down, and I tried my best to not let him down as well. But he was a friend. We were co-workers, but he was also a friend, and he will be so dearly missed.
My name is Eric Milano. Of course, I'm the traffic safety public information person, and I had the pleasure of working for Lieutenant Ira Grady for the first 2 years on the patrol. All those words that I said about my position just basically amounts to I burned gas and run my mouth. And that was one thing that I learned from Lieutenant Grady to start with, was that you boil things down. You didn't waste time fluffing things up. If you were sending an email, you sent it in bullet points. If whatever the case was, you made sure that you cut right to the chase. I learned a lot of things from Lieutenant Grady. I know that he and I had a lot in common in that we're both mama's boys. A lot of the wisdom that he took credit for, and I learned a lot from it, actually probably came from his mom or Cherie, but in either case I learned a lot from it. And every once in a while I walk by the office even now and I'll smell the man fire scent, and I'll think about some of the life lessons that he taught me. But one of the big things that I will say is that on his desk there was a devotion book, and it was our daily bread, and each day it was turned. And I know that one day, my brother, I will see you again, and I look forward to that day, and just know that I love you, and you taught me a lot of things, including how to love another member and put their needs hopefully first whenever.
Hello, I'm Tim Daniels. I'm one of my co-workers. I call boss, call Pookie, some call Lieutenant Grady. But anyway, it's not a day that goes by that I don't think about the things that I learned from Grady, the things he taught me, the upbeat modes. Every day that some people might seem gloomy, but somehow Pookie or Lieutenant Grady would turn it into a bright, sunny day. There was no negativity. He always found the positive side in me or anyone else. And, those daily calls of him calling and checking up, I miss those days, and I miss him having the confidence and faith, even though sometimes you might have lack a little bit of confidence or may not see the bright side of things, but he would. And I miss those coffee breaks and just hanging out, just calling one another, saying, popping the LT. You know, just checking every day. We checked up, kept on, but you missed those calls. And like I said, his legacy, man, is paramount. It's never going to be missed or forgotten. And his sunshine side of him will always carry out through me, and it helps me get through the days, always remaining positive, no matter how the gloomy the days seem. We miss you, Lieutenant Grady or Pookie, or whatever they call you, but you never will be forgotten. You always will be my brother. We love you, and we know you're having a good time up there in the home of the Father.
My name is Jack Thorpe. I'm stationed over at our Technical Services Division of the Highway Patrol. I was at C3, and before C3 I was in C6. Just so happened Ira Grady was my supervisor, and he was my first sergeant for about 5 years. And I have to say that's probably the best 5 years I had on the patrol. I can make probably a 30-minute video about him, and some of the things I think about just make me laugh so hard. He always told me he loved supervising me and hated supervising me at the same time because I was such a pain. Go figure. But he dealt with me in a very positive way, and I don't even know what to say about him. He was such a great man and a great supervisor. I loved working for him, and we would work for him. We would work, and he didn't have to ask. We just loved him so much that we would do whatever it took to get the job done for him. He didn't have to come into our troopers room and say, hey, I need you guys to pick it up. It just never happened. He didn't have to. He came into the troopers room and he'd joke with us. He'd meet us out on the road and he'd joke with us. There's some times we were on wrecks, and some of the things he would say and just cut up with us a little bit and make us all feel better when there was a real bad one. I could go on and on about Ira. I'll just say this. He was probably one of the best supervisors I've ever had in my life. I miss him very, very much. It was an honor to escort him to his final resting place from the hospital, and I'll never forget that. Ira, we miss you, brother.
Hey everybody, this is Derek Mobley, and trying to just, man, I've been trying for days to try to say what I can think about, what I can say about Ira Grady, and man, this is the hardest thing I ever tried to do in my life. It just, man, I miss you. Ira Grady, I miss you, brother, tremendously. I've been trying to think of the funnies and all the different things that we've shared, and something to, make the family laugh, or anybody that's watching this video laugh right now. And man, it has been so hard, and I can't do it. I can't do it. Family, I miss Ira Grady. I miss everything about that crazy fool, and